What if, while you buried your precious 8-year-old son alone, heartbroken and sweating under the blazing sun, your own family was skipping the funeral to excitedly shop for $1 million dream home funded entirely by his life insurance? This soul-destroying betrayal didn't break me, it unleashed me. I turned unimaginable grief into cold revenge and watched them lose everything. Stay until the end, you'll be stunned by their fall. Hi, I'm Sophia Reynolds, a 32-year-old botanical illustrator living in Georgia. For years, my world was beautifully simple, raising my bright, curious son Alex, who dreamed of becoming an astronomer, and creating detailed watercolors of rare plants for university books and scientific guides. I was the steady one in my family, the giver, the fixer, the one who quietly covered shortfalls without complaint. My parents, Robert and Linda, and my younger sister, Brittany, saw me as reliable, almost invisible. But when Alex was taken from me suddenly by a rare illness, the cracks in our family turned into chasms, exposing a darkness I never imagined. I buried my 8-year-old son, Alex, alone under the merciless Georgia Savannah sun. The humidity wrapped around me like a wet blanket, sweat trickling down my back beneath my black dress. I stood there, shovel in hand, for the final moments, eyes fixed on the cemetery gates. Surely they'd arrive any second. A car pulling up, a frantic text explaining the delay. Traffic, flight issues, anything. But the gates stayed empty. No mother rushing with tears. No father offering a strong arm. No sister to share the unbearable weight. Just me, the oppressive heat, and the devastating silence around a grave far too small for my little boy. I clung to excuses until the first clump of earth struck the coffin with a hollow thud. That's when my phone vibrated in my purse. Hands trembling, I fished it out, desperate for words of regret or love. It wasn't a message. It was a shared link from Linda, a Zillow listing for a sprawling 5-bedroom estate on the coast. Captioned simply, "Fresh start." The price glared back at me, $1.5 million, the precise total of Alex's life insurance policy and trust fund. In that moment, as I said goodbye to my child forever, they weren't mourning, they were planning their upgrade, funded by his death. I drove home in numb silence, air conditioning blasting to dry the sweat and tears on my face. The back seat brimmed with sympathy arrangements, mostly white lilies, their thick funereal perfume filling the car, turning my stomach with reminders of loss and endings. Unlocking my apartment, the quiet wasn't soothing. It was suffocating, echoing Alex's absence. I lingered in the kitchen, staring at his usual breakfast spot, the stool where he'd swing his legs, chattering about stars while eating cereal. I braced for the wave, knees buckling, uncontrollable sobs, grief swallowing me whole. It never came. Instead, a profound icy clarity crept in from my core, cooling the day's heat, honing my thoughts to razor sharpness. Everything looked vivid, edges crisp. I opened my laptop. I had to understand. Logging into the online florist using Linda's password, I'd always handled orders she claimed credit for. I searched for the funeral spray. Order date 14 days prior. Not a sudden crisis or mishap. They'd knowingly opted out weeks in advance, treating my son's funeral like an optional event. No outburst followed. No shattered screen, just a clean, irreversible break. The final illusion that Linda loved me unconditionally and that Robert would protect me, gone forever. Resolve filled the void. I accessed the joint credit card I'd added Brittany 2 years ago, supposedly to build her credit. Recent activity, $400 blown at Sephora in Atlanta the day I chose Alex's casket. $200 on upscale sushi while I labored over his eulogy, tears blurring the words. I selected Remove Authorized User. Done. Her spending halted. Next, the smart home app for the Blue Ridge cabin. Family property, but solely in my name, purchased with my divorce settlement so Alex could play in real snow. They used it freely for lavish weekends, pretending affluence as I covered taxes and upkeep. I reset the digital locks, deleting their codes one by one. New PIN set, access denied. I continued relentlessly, canceling shared streaming accounts, Amazon Prime, and cloud storage with their cherished photos. Every parasitic connection severed. They assumed grief would soften me, make me compliant, but it incinerated the unnecessary, forging something unbreakable, hard as diamond. The laptop closed and the silence transformed. No longer hollow, it hummed with purpose like a war room awaiting orders. Reflection came unbidden. Why endure 32 years of this? Paying their way, absorbing insults, craving approval. I retrieved my secret file, the ledger, documenting support since Robert's premature retirement. He'd earned rest after modest careers. Leading entry, $96,000 was funneled to their second mortgage. Linda's hysterical call, losing the house after sacrificing everything, raising you girls. Fresh from my breakthrough contract, guilt overwhelmed me. Monthly $2,000 transfers began. Robert's gratitude? A curt nod. Good girl. At least you're making yourself useful now. Useful. My designated role, currency for scraps of belonging. Deeper. Brittany's Tolam brand building birthday trip. Linda's pressure at dinner. She's so talented, she just needs opportunity. Don't hoard your savings. Be generous. I covered flights and extras. Brittany's glowing posts? Dozens, none acknowledging me. Her reckless car crash totaled the BMW while she was distracted. Robert, the co-signer, obsessed over credit impact. I paid the $500 deductible quietly. Beyond money, it was masterful manipulation. They'd isolate me emotionally, weeks of indifference making me feel non-existent, then drop unpredictable rewards. A rare, genuine seeming compliment, brief embrace and thinking of you message. I'd devour it, convinced greater sacrifice would secure permanent affection. Psychological term, intermittent reinforcement. The most addictive pattern is keeping hope alive through randomness, like gambling. But the ledger's stark figures dissolved the trance. Newest edition, mere days after Alex's passing. Linda's package, something to comfort you, love you. Shaking, I opened it, expecting memories or solace. Instead, a stack of their past due notices, credit demands, and beach house foreclosure warning, topped with her note. Do the right thing, Sophia. Family helps family. Condolence as extortion. Alex's death was not a tragedy to them, it was a lottery win. Long carried shame, not measuring up to glamorous Brittany, not deserving better, alchemized into pure blazing fuel. I'd spent decades constructing their security with my earnings and eroded self-worth. Now I'd raise it. The assault began at 2 p.m., furious, proprietary banging. The peephole confirmed Robert and Linda. I opened it. Robert bulldozed past, invading my kitchen. Fridge raided, milk discarded, expired, veggies trashed, wilted. Theatrical wellness check, amassing proof of my incompetence. Linda scanned my walls, the latest series, intricate decaying magnolia watercolors. It's so dim and morbid here, Sophia. These pieces, obsessive, unhealthy, you're clearly spiraling. Arms crossed, I demanded. What do you really want? Her eyes welled dramatically. To rescue you, sweetheart. We consulted an expert. You're exhibiting psychotic break symptoms. Isolation, hostility, severing ties with Brittany. She produced thick documents, voluntary financial conservatorship, temporary. We'll manage Alex's trust and handle bills. You focus on healing, surrender control or else. Refusal? Robert slammed the fridge. Involuntary 515 hold. Authorities were notified you're suicidal and dangerous. Neighbors' statements ready. Your angry emails to Brittany. Fabrications, no such emails. Linda's composure is unnerving, classic narcissistic savior complex. They recast theft as heroism, protecting me from my own assets. Acknowledging greed would force villainy, a madness diagnosis preserve their self-image. We only want what's best, she murmured. Sign, don't make us commit you. Parked outside in the fire lane, Brittany's gleaming Range Rover. She lounged inside, phone on the dashboard mount, ring light illuminating her face. Live streaming the drama, family intervention. Pray for us. Hashtag mental health awareness. Profiting off my supposed breakdown, cultivating online pity to justify seizing the funds. Master plan, emotional blackmail, legal threats, public narrative. Choice, voluntarily yield or be institutionalized. Money is grabbed regardless. I stalled. I need to think. 24 hours, Robert snarled. Noon tomorrow or cops. Exit stage. Linda's fleeting cheek caress was chilling. We love you. This hurts us more. Door bolted, I phoned lawyer Mike. His secure office buzzed with servers. Present, Mike and Susan, my late husband's aunt, a no-nonsense retired judge. Desperation source found, Mike revealed, passing a tablet. Underground Atlanta gambling records. Brittany is indebted for $400,000 her parents co-signed. Imminent violence from lenders. Panic explained. Not love, a life or death need for Alex's money. Prepared filings. Mia's suicidal. Backed by phony emails and affidavits. Countered with my proof smartwatch logs showing restful sleep during alleged mania and home cameras capturing calm painting amid claimed rampages. Submit fakes? Felony perjury, Mike noted, smiling faintly. Susan set a trap. Me bait them, I'll pay. Their house the next day. I performed devastation, head down, voice meek. Robert pontificated superiority. Linda's smile was icy triumph. Brittany was impatient. I initiated a transfer of $450,000. Champagne popped prematurely. Then Robert's phone, panic whisper. All accounts frozen. Federal seizure. I rose composed. Filed IRS whistleblower yesterday. Your gambling ledger flagged everything. This transfer activated the hold. Chaos exploded, screams, accusations. Loan sharks would escalate. The government blocked escape. I departed amid the meltdown. Repercussions are rapid and merciless. Parental home foreclosed. Brittany vanished across state lines. My whistleblower bounty provided fresh beginnings. Remaining trust established the Alex Morgan Astronomy Scholarship, perpetuating his stargazing wonder. I didn't lose a family. I liberated myself from parasites masquerading as one. Grief didn't destroy me. It distilled me, revealing strength I never knew. If this story touched the hidden pain in your heart or awakened the fire you've been carrying in silence, please subscribe. You're not alone. Let's heal and rise together. I promise.